seats, that would be wonderful. We would like to begin shortly. Thank you very much. I know you can hear me back there. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. If you could please take your seats for dinner. Bars are now closing. The cash raffle, travel, Peloton, jewelry raffle, tickets will be available for purchase until 7:30. And again, after the program has ended. Also, the silent auction closes at 7:30 p.m. just before the program begins. So please, if you have not bid yet, please do so now. And again, if everyone could please take their seats, we would appreciate that. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could please take your seats for dinner. Bar is now closing. The cash raffle, travel, Peloton, and jewelry raffle tickets are available for purchase till 7:30. And the silent auction also closes at 7:30 before the program begins. So please get your bids in now. Todd, Stefan, please take your seats. All right, folks, don't make me come back there. Take your seats, folks. Program is going to begin in just a few minutes. We'd like everyone seated. And again, as a reminder, all the raffles, tickets will be available for purchase until 7:30, and then again after the program, silent auction closes at 7:30. You can do that from your phones, from your seat. And if you could take your seats, that would be great. Okay, folks, if you're still standing in the back, if you could please take your seats. Dinner's going to be served in just a few moments, and we are going to begin our program. I know it's very exciting to see everybody live and in person, but we need to take our seats. welcome to the 31st Annual Notre Dame College Prep Spirit Gala, everybody. Thank you for being here. If I could just have your attention for a few minutes. I'm Dave Pryor. I'm from WGN Radio here in Chicago. And I want to tell you just a little bit about what my connection is to ND, and of course all of yours in the room here today. I'm the proud father of Josh Pryor. He's a graduate of Notre Dame College Prep in the class of 2019. I have a 9-year-old son, Alex. He will be the class of 2029 here at Notre Dame, and we're very excited about that. I'm honored to be with you, with all of you here tonight, and I want to say a few words about why we're all here. And this is really special because we haven't had an event with Notre Dame in almost 3 years. And to be able to sit in the same room together, this is really, really special. So just myself, I graduated from Holy Cross High School back in 1985, which was operated by the Brothers of Holy Cross. Quality Catholic education was important and a priority for my parents, and it is for us as well, same as all of you here tonight. We sent Josh to Notre Dame because it was a school that truly lives up to its mission every single day. Now, where's Josh now, you ask? He is working at the last Blockbuster Video in Bend, Oregon right now. I'm very excited about that. No, I'm kidding. He's in his junior year at the School of the Art Institute studying architecture, which was always a lifelong passion. Now, Notre Dame has always been resourceful and strong, and it's made stronger and successful with the help and with the generous investments and donations that people have made and continue to make. It's an investment in the future of our Dons, under the leadership of my friend Shay Boyle, president of Notre Dame. Shay? And Principal Dan Tully. Dan, where are you? So by investing in Notre Dame and their mission, we all benefit as individuals and as a collective community. And I invite all of you to open up your minds and your wallets here tonight to support the future of education here at Notre Dame. And I know everyone's very excited again about being together and being at a table with friends and so forth. I just ask for all of our speakers, our auctioneers, so forth tonight, that you just show them the respect while they're up at the podium. Now, speaking of a Catholic education, that is what Shay Boyle has dedicated his entire professional life to. He's been at Notre Dame for the last 10 years, and we are all blessed to have him as our president. Let's give a nice round of applause and welcome Shay Boyle to the stage. Shay.
Good evening, Notre Dame. Welcome to the 31st Annual Notre Dame College Prep Spirit Gala. My name is Shay Boyle, the president here at Notre Dame, and it is great to see a sold-out room and so many friends of Notre Dame together again in person for the first time in over 3 years to support our Dons and our great school. Give yourselves a nice round of applause. Tonight we celebrate all things Notre Dame, and we're proud to be the biggest all-boys high school in the state of Illinois. I would like to welcome all those who are watching at home online as well and across the globe. Thank you for joining us, and I hope all that are at home watching can be with us in person next year as well. I'm thrilled to welcome my friend Dave Pryor here tonight as our guest MC. As Dave said, he's a proud alumni parent of Joshua, who was a great young man, and Dave is an active parishioner of St. Juliana Parish. You may recognize Dave as the host of WGN Radio's The Dave Pryor Show for the past 10 years, and now he hosts the Sinatra Hours on weekends at WGN. Let's give Dave a nice round of applause. Thank you, Dave. I told Dave my parents are here to support their son, but when they found out there was a WGN personality here, that changed the game, as my parents may be the two biggest fans of anybody in the world for WGN Radio. So Dave, they might find you in a little bit for a photo. Dave also volunteers to lead the Chicago-based National Radio Hall of Fame, in addition to his work as co-CEO of Retail First Corporation. So Dave, thanks again for being here tonight. Thank you. I'm proud of the people that make Notre Dame the special school and family that it is, and there are a few people I'd like to acknowledge quickly tonight, and we'll hold our applause till the end, so I stay on Lisa's schedule here. I'd first like to thank our board of directors that are here tonight and the Brothers of Holy Cross, watching from home, for their dedication and support of our Holy Cross mission to educate the hearts and minds of our young men at Notre Dame. Their professional advice, wisdom, vision, and commitment have meant so much to me and our school, especially over the last 2 years. Thank you to our board and to the brothers. I would also like to thank two of my fellow leaders at Notre Dame. First, our former president, Ralph Elwert, and his wife, Jan, are here tonight. And I would like to acknowledge Ralph's years of leadership as president of Notre Dame and his continued contributions to help navigate all that we did at Notre Dame. So, Ralph, we give Ralph a special round of applause. And Jan, thank you for being here tonight. Next, I'd like to acknowledge our principal, Dan Tully, who simply excelled as a leader throughout every term over the last 2 years. Dan and I went to college together at the University of Notre Dame, and we make a great team. His communication with faculty, staff, parents, and students provided the confidence we needed, not just to make it through each day, but allowed us to grow, remain open, and give our students the best possible experience over the last 2 years. Thank you to Dan Tully and his wife, Claire, for all their support and their love for Notre Dame. Thanks to Dan Tully. Next, I'd like to thank the faculty, staff, and coaches that are here with us tonight for their many sacrifices that they have made to continue the high level of education and commitment to our Dons. In addition to our first responders and medical personnel that we give thanks for every day, I want to thank the heroes of Notre Dame. Our staff answered the call each day, and it was not easy. I'm proud that nearly every staff member returned to work at Notre Dame and that led the way for our students. They are the heartbeat of our school, and I want to give special thanks tonight to our advancement team and our communications team for all their hard work to put this awesome gala together, led by our Director of Special Events, Lisa Parisi. Please give our faculty and staff a great round of applause. Thank you to all of our coaches. And you may have noticed our greeters here tonight. I got to thank my guys. I got to thank our Dons, our students of Notre Dame that volunteer their time tonight to be here, and to all the parents that have volunteered their time, both as volunteers and guests. There are a record number of parents here tonight, current parents, which makes me really proud. It's a sign of a vibrant and healthy high school. So thank you to our Dons and our parents for your commitment to our Holy Cross mission. Finally, I'd like to thank our Spirit co-chairs tonight. Let's give a warm Notre Dame welcome for Dr. A.J. and Mrs. Christine Acerno and Mr. and Mrs. Martin and Molly McGarry. Thank you to the Acernos and the McGarrys. Great job planning a great party. We're going to have a blast tonight. And finally, as well, our Gala sponsors that really stepped up to the plate. Mr. and Mrs. James DeStasio, class of 65. The Mardi Corcoran Caldwell Banker, Stum Insurance, the Gerdak Group, Malarkey Distributors, Illinois Bone and Joint, and the McGovern Group. We'll talk more about our special guest of honor, Pete Newell, and his family later, but we're proud that Pete is here tonight. And let's hear for our reunion jazz orchestra. What a great way to start the cocktail hour. RJO, unbelievable job, guys. Thank you. So I hope everybody has a great time tonight. We're here for a reason. We want to keep advancing the mission of our high school. We want to continue to support all the students and families at Notre Dame. We want to keep our growth going. The school is only as strong as those who support it. So I'd like to personally thank everybody for being here tonight, for your faith, your prayers, everything that you do for our school. We play a very important role in our community. There is no greater investment, in my mind, that you will make than in a young man's education at Notre Dame. We want more young men, we want more families to be Dons, and that happens tonight at this very important Spirit Gala. We say all the time that the world needs more Dons, and we mean it. So I look forward to a great evening, and at this time I'd like to introduce our school chaplain, Father Dan McCarthy, who will lead us in prayer. Thank you, and go Dons. And here is Father Dan McCarthy to lead us in prayer.
I know we're all very anxious to eat and talk and all that, but let's pause for just a moment to talk first with the Lord. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you so very much for bringing us together here this evening. We are all proud Dons. We thank you for the gift of Dondom. We thank you for Notre Dame and for the Congregation of Holy Cross, for the values that they have developed, the values that we are able to instill in our students and in one another. We all grow because of our affiliation with Notre Dame. We ask you to bless our time together this evening. We ask you to bless our generosity this evening. We ask you to bless the food we're about to eat, those who have prepared it and those who will serve it. And most of all, we ask you to watch over us all, to guard us, to protect us, to lead us on to the great values of Notre Dame, the great values of the gospel. We pray all this through Christ our Lord. Amen. Notre Dame.
Folks, just so you know, the silent auction is closing in about 15 minutes. And I also want to welcome the families that are streaming from home. And if you really want to have the true gala experience at home, microwave your chicken, leave it on the counter for about a half hour, let it get lukewarm, it's going to be totally fine. Pour yourself a glass of Tito's, it's going to be a great night. So enjoy your dinner, folks.
It's because of the men and women who went before us that I am proud to serve here at Notre Dame.
And I'm currently a senior at Carleton College, where I will be graduating this summer with a degree in political science.
I'm currently a student at Southern Illinois University of Carbondale.
Whether it was in English or art or drama, it gave me the courage to actually pursue this as a career. I loved my experience so much at Notre Dame that I was inspired to make a movie about an all-boys high school, the Crusades. Realized that a pipe dream is possible.
Because of Notre Dame, I am out in the world protecting the citizens of Niles each and every day.
I'm currently out in the world making a difference.
Helping to form and educate the next generation of Dons.
Help athletes maximize their identity.
I learned the importance of helping and serving others. And as a future immigration lawyer, I plan on carrying those same values with me every day.
I have so much to thank Notre Dame for. It was there that I discovered my love for filmmaking.
They helped me understand standard, and that standard transcended into everything that I do, not just in basketball, but also in my company called Identity Made.
And I was fortunate enough to have teachers who encouraged me to channel my creativity.
I am who I am because of the teachers and staff members who went before us and helped make me who I am.
Because of Notre Dame, I'm where I'm at now.
I am who I am because of Notre Dame.
And it is because of Notre Dame that I am who I am today.
I am who I am because, and thanks to Notre Dame College Prep.
With the support system and the brotherhood.
And the guidance and the leadership.
The brotherhood, the support system I had and always will have.
It is important to help and assist those in need, and it's because of Notre Dame that I learned these values.
I'm a current NBA G League basketball player.
Majoring in aviation flight and management.
I'm a film director.
And becoming an immigration lawyer sometime in the future.
I am an educator.
And I am a Niles police officer.
find out, folks, if I can get your attention, please. The silent auction is closed and you'll be notified of your winning bids on your phone or device. So please welcome to the stage our auctioneer. That is Stacy McKernan of Flatibow Advancement. Stacy is a second-generation auctioneer. She grew up in Iowa watching her father, she's right there, auctioning livestock. And instead of auctioning off cattle like her dad, Stacy traded in her cowboy boots for high heels. She, along with the entire Flatibow Advancement team, considers it a privilege to have helped more than 1,000 nonprofit organizations raise hundreds of millions of dollars over the past decade. She's fast, she's fun, she's full of energy. Stacy, let's give her a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much, Dave, for that lovely introduction. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Stacy McKernan. I'm with Flatibow Advancement, and I'm so honored to be your auctioneer for this evening. So, folks, is everyone having a fantastic time tonight? Well, that was pretty good, but I think this group can do a lot better than that. So I said, is everyone having a fantastic time tonight? Well done. Well, I'm so excited to be here myself, and we're going to have a great time, and we're going to raise loads of money in the process. So I want to start off by thanking Notre Dame College Prep for inviting me to this wonderful night of celebration at the 31st Annual Spirit Gala Dinner Auction. So this evening, we're gathered here to celebrate and have a great time, but we're also here to join together to continue to make a difference for our Dons, both current and future. So we thank each and every one of you for being here. And I'd also like to extend a special welcome to all of our online viewers that are joining with us tonight. So thank you as well. We're so grateful to have you here joining us this evening. And I know that great things are happening each and every day here at Notre Dame College Prep, and bright futures are being cultivated, which is why we need your help here this evening. And to do that, we have a very exciting live auction. And we're going to have 5 great items to auction off here tonight. So if you're still enjoying your dinner, please continue to, but we ask that you please keep your conversations to a minimum to enjoy the auction. Now before we get started, make sure that you grab your bid numbers from the center of the table if you haven't already. They should have your name on them, which perhaps is your strategy to have your neighbors tonight instead of your own. So make sure you do have the correct one. Now these bid numbers are your permission to play tonight. So if you choose to bid on an auction item, I just ask that you raise your bid number high so that I can see you. And now perhaps it's been a while since you attended your last gala, so you might be a little out of practice with this. So let's have a free round for all of you. So let's lift our bid numbers up in the air, maybe move them up and down, side to side. Maybe shake it like a Polaroid picture, right? Very good. Well, folks, let's have some fun here tonight and feel free to spend foolishly as it's all going towards a great cause. So I'll now pass the mic off to Dave, who will give us the description for our first live auction item. So take it away, Dave.
All right, folks, are we ready? Are we ready? All right. Number 1 is a couples retreat. And this is what I have here. It's at the Cimarus in Wheeling. It's 1 room, 2 couples, up to you how you want that to go. No, you know what? I'm sorry. That was the first prize for the St. Pat's fundraiser a few weeks ago. My bad. So sorry. My mistake. I apologize. Okay. Okay, here we go. Couples retreat in downtown Chicago. 2 rooms at the Drake Hotel. Dinner for 4 at the Rosebud Steakhouse. Broadway in Chicago. Tickets for 4 and you choose the show. Tea at the Drake for 4. And it's all donated by Junior Advisories and Rosebud Steakhouse. Take it away.
Thank you, Dave. Folks, this is such a great item to start our live auction with, and this package takes all the work out of date night planning. Again, it's for 4 people, and you do get separate rooms. Don't worry about that. So you get the stay and the drink, you get the dinner, the show, and the tea as well. So let's start this auction off strong here tonight. Folks, we're gonna start at roll and let it go. Who's ready to start me? It's $750, $750 here and now, $1,000 when you go, $1,000, $1,000 where? $1,000, I have $750 right here in the front when you go, $1,000, $1,000 when you go, $1,000, this would be a steal at $1,000, $1,000, thank you at $1,000, now $1,250, $1,250 when you go, $1,250, I have $1,000 bid when you go, $1,250, $1,250 now, $1,250, $1,250 here and now, $1,500, $1,500 when you go, $1,500, $1,500, I have $1,250 bid when you go, $1,500, $1,500 now when you get $1,500, $1,500, new fire in the back of the room, $1,500, thank you, $1,500 now, $1,750, $1,750 when you go, $1,750 at $1,500 bid when you go, $1,750, $1,750, sir, your wife is still smiling when you go, $1,750, I have $1,500 bid when you go, $1,750, $1,750, thank you, in the back of the room we have $1,750, now $2,000, $2,000 when you go, $2,000 now when you get $2,000, and then at $2,000, and now $2,250, $2,250, it's like checkers, it's your move. When you go $2,250, I have $2,000 bid, when you go $2,250, $2,250, $2,000 is bid, when you go $2,250, $2,250, going once, asking at $2,250, they're back in, $2,250 now, $2,500. $2,500, we go $2,500, $2,500 now we get $2,500, $2,500, they're almost done, we go $2,500, yes, $2,500, and $2,750, $2,750, I have $2,500 bid, we go $2,750, $2,750, now don't worry about how much you're spending here tonight, we have people keeping track of that for you, okay? When you go $2,750, I have $2,500 here, when you go $2,750, last and final call, asking at $2,750. And congratulations, it's yours at $2,500. Let's give them a thunderous round of applause for starting us off in our live auction here tonight. Winning bid number is number 168. That's 168. Thank you again, and enjoy your day out. All right, Dave, what do we have for item number 2?
All right, item number 2 is a Mexican Fiesta 450. All right, party for 50 people, catering. Folks, if I can have your attention. Folks, can I have your attention? Catering and cookie by Ricky the chef. And if I was Ricky, I'd invite like 40 of my family members over to your house. You get 10 people to invite, really. Includes everything you will need for this event. So your guests will choose from made-to-order tacos, quesadillas, burritos, plus all the sides that you love, chips, salsa, guacamole, rice beans, all the trimmings. He will bring the grill. He will bring the table, a sous chef, all on paper plates, utensils, napkins, and his family. He will bring his family too. Also included in this package, a server and a bartender for 3 hours. Who would like a server and a bartender in their house for 3 hours? I do. $250 gift card to Halls to get your tables and chairs and your linens, and $250 gift card to Party City for your Fiesta themed items. Donated by the Sophomore Advisories. All right, Mexican party for 50.
All right, Dave, thank you. Folks, someone in this room tonight is going to have a unique opportunity to have this Mexican Fiesta catered to your home. And again, it's for 50 people. So this takes all the work out of your party planning and be ideal for any gathering, like perhaps a graduation party. So holy guacamole, this is a great package. So let's see and get some active bidding on this one. So we're going to sell it now. So start me. At $1,000, 1,000 where? We're at $1,000 right now. We get $1,000 at 1,000 here now, $1,250. $1,250 now we get $1,250 now. $1,250. $1,500. $1,500. $1,500. $1,750. She's in at $1,750. $1,750 is the bid. And now $2,000. We go to $2,000. $2,750 bid. We go $2,000. $2,000. And even at $2,000. $2,250. And now $2,500. We go $2,500. And now $2,750. $2,750. We go $2,750. $2,750. $2,750. And now $3,000. She's in at $3,000. $3,000 is the bid. 3250, what do you go 3250? 3250, what do you go 3250? Sir, you can buy the new car next year, we go 3250. I have $3,000 bid, we go 3250. 3250. Are we all in, all done? Final call. Do we have a new bid? I've got that in now at 3250. All the way in the back of the room, but I will take $3,500. He's in at 3,500. We have 3,500 bid. 3,500. Auction on. Here we go now. 3,750. 3,750. 3,500 is the bid. We go 3,750. 3,750. We go 3,750. 3750. Final call asking at 3750. It's sold it your way. Congratulations at $3,500. $3,500. Could I get your winning bid number, please? Could I get the winning bid number? To our winner, can I get your winning bid number? Number 271. That's 271. Thank you so much and enjoy your fiesta. All right, Dave.
Here we go. We've got a choose your bucket list adventure. Are we ready? All right, the winner chooses from the following adventures you've always wanted to try but never knew how to go about it all. All trips are for two and include a $500 United gift card. First one is a glamping getaway, 3-night luxury camping adventure near Yosemite. Experience the outdoors in stylish accommodations, enjoy camping in a modern Airstream suite and a high-end boutique-style amenities and mid-century modern design at the Russian River Valley at the National Park. You can also, folks, drive your dream car on the racetrack, 3-night stay, 4-star hotel on the Las Vegas Strip, and the other one is the Churchill Downs VIP experience. Private jogging club suite, race named in your honor, trophy presentation, 3-night stay at the Hamilton on Broadway, 3-night stay in New York City, donated by the freshman and senior advisories. Now, I don't know about you, but you can do this too, right? Glamp in my car while driving it at the track at Churchill Downs. You can do all, can't probably combine.
I'm not sure that's one of the offers.
All right, let's do this, folks.
All right, thanks, Dave. Folks, one of these adventures is bound to be on your bucket list. So this item is a win-win, as not only are we going to send someone on the trip of a lifetime, but we're also going to raise lots of money for our Doms. So don't forget, also included is the $500 United gift card. So let's do this. Again, it's the buyer's choice for you to select one of these amazing 4 packages. So how high can we go? Here we go. Somebody start me. At $1,500, $1,500 here now, $2,000, $2,000 is bid, $2,000 and now $2,500, what do you go, $2,500, $2,500, that's $2,500 in, $2,000 is bid, what do you go, $2,500, $2,500, what do you go, $2,500, thank you, at $2,500, now $3,000, $3,000, what do you go, $3,000, $3,000, I have $2,500, $3,000, we have $3,000 here, and now $3,500, $3,500, what do you go, $3,500, now we get $3,500, $3,500, this is undervalued, folks, at $3,500. We go 35. I have 35 here, but I'll take 4,000. We go 4,000. $4,000. She's still smiling. We go 4,000. 4,000. I have 3,500 here. We go 4,000. $4,000. It's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission, right? I have $3,500 bill. We go $4,000. 4,000. When you give me $3,750. We go $3,750. Yes, $3,750. And now $4,000. 4,000 when you go $4,000 when you go $4,000. Don't let money stand between you and happiness when you go 4,000. 3,750. Yes, 4,000. They're in at 4,000. Sir, yes, take another sip of your wine and this next bid won't sting so bad, right? When you go 4,250. I got them in at $4,000 when you go 4,250. 4,250 when you go 4,250. 4,250, the bid is at $4,000. When you go 4,250. Sir, I will stop you when you get too high, you know? He's taking his dessert, yet lifting his number. 4,250, I have $4,000 bid. When you go 4,250, they're in at 4,250. And now 4,500. 4,500, don't get mad, get even. When you go 4,500, they're in at 4,250. When you go 45. 4,500, when you go 45, 45, 45. $4,250 is the bid. Would you go $4,500? Last call, asking at $4,500. Would you like some encouragement from the crowd? I've got the bid right here at $4,250. Last and final call at $4,500. And the bucket list trip is yours at $4,250. Congratulations. Bid number 245. That's 245. Do you already know where you want to go? Or do you need a family conference to talk it over? You need to talk it over. Okay, very good. All right, let's give them another big round of applause. And thank you to our previous bidder as well for getting them there. Thank you. We're ready, Dave.
All right, number 4 is a getaway at a luxury home in Gary, Indiana. Yes. No, it's not. It's in northern Wisconsin for 14 people. 3 Lakes, Wisconsin, sleeps 10 adults, 4 kids. And this is one of those things where you want to talk with your table, talk with your friends, pool your money together, and do this together. It is for 14 people. 4 nights, September 14th to the 18th, or dates we usually agreed upon, includes use of the boat, jet skiing, 4-wheeler, 6-person ATV. Located on more than 2.5 acres, right on the shore of Town Lake. So much to do, so much to have fun at this place. Also on site, guests will enjoy access to a lakeside beach, a fire pit, and a private hot tub and furnished barbecue pavilion. It's in Wisconsin. You can also have all the cheese you want up there. Consider this Mars' other castle, okay? So, this is the big one, 14 people, talk to your table, talk to your friends. Let's bid on this, let's make some money.
Cheese and beer. Cheese and beer. Cheese and beer. And spotted cow, right? Okay. Folks, this is a great package. You can enjoy, again, the 4-night stay for up to 14 people in northern Wisconsin. This would be the ideal family getaway, or perhaps a girls or guys trip too. So this would be a guilt-free way of having a getaway, knowing that you are supporting our Dons at the same time. So here we go. We're going to sell it now. Let's start this one off at $1,000. 1,000 where? Do I have a $1,000 bid right here in the front? 1,000. 1,000 now. 1,250. We have 1,250 and now 1,500. You have 15. Thank you. I got you in. 1,500. I got my eyes on you now. 1,500 now. 1,750. 1,750. We go 17. Hey, then it's 1,750 now. $2,000. 2,000 and now 2,250. We go 2,250 and now 2,500. $2,500. We go 25. 2,250 is the bid. We go 2,500 and now 2,750. 2,750. We go 2,750. The bid is at 2,750. Thank you. $3,000. 3,000. When you go 3,000, $2,750 is the bid. When you go 3,000, 3,000 now. When you get 3,000, 3,000 at 3,250, 3,250. Sir, your only regret will be to lose it when you get it. 3,250, 3,250 is for 14 people. 3,250. The bid is at $3,000. When you get 3,250, 3,250. Folks, do we think you should bid just one more time at 3,250? We tell the kids not to do peer pressure, but sometimes it does work. We go 3,250 at $3,000 bid. We go 3,250. You know that no motion is not good for your neck. At 3,250, the bid is at 3,000. When you go 3,250, last call asking at 3,250. Sir, the Wisconsin trip is yours at $3,000. Congratulations, bid number 199. That's 199. Congratulations to you. All right, Dave, I believe this is our last item.
By the way, I did forget to mention the Cerno family. Dr. Alan Cerno and Mrs. Christina Cerno donated that, so let's give them a round of applause, folks. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, here we go. Number 5, remember, it's not about what you're getting, it's what you're giving, and then you get something. That's a good thing about this. So let's get this way up there. Wrigley Field Skybox for 18 people. Woo. 18 tickets to a weekend game in 2022 includes $750 food and beverage allowance. 3 parking passes, 18 people, 6 people in a car, safe. It'll be fine. Winner will be provided with 3 games to choose from And this has been donated by Wintrust Financial. Stacy?
Thank you, Dave. Folks, again, this is our last and final live auction package. So let's put our hands together and give a big round of applause to all of our donors of these amazing items we've had here tonight. And let's also give a thunderous round of applause to Dave for being our fabulous MC. Thank you so much, Dave. We appreciate you being here with us. So again, this is our last and final auction item, and folks, there's nothing better than a day out at Wrigley Field. And with this package, you get the entire Skybox, including food, drinks, and parking. So let's finish strong with this last and final item. This Skybox, folks, is valued at nearly $8,000. So here we go, we're gonna sell it now. Who's ready to start me? At $1,500, we're at 15 here now. We go to $2,000 is bid, $2,000 now, $2,500, $2,500 here in the front, $3,000. I have $3,000, but I will take $3,500. Are you in for $3,500 at $35? And now $4,000. Are you in for $4? Just confirming $4. $4,000 here. We go $4,500. They're in at $45. Now $5,000. $5,000 when you go $5. $5,000. $5,000. $4,500 is when you go $5,000. Still well under value at $5,000. We go $5,000. 5,000. I have 4,500. We go 5,000. $5,000. 5,000. Again, folks, it's for 18 tickets. 18 tickets. Food and drink included. Parking passes. Asking at $5,000. I've got the bid here at 4,500. We go 5,000. 5,000. Give me 4,750. 4,750. We go 4,750. 4,750. In the back of the room, I'll take 5. $5,000, $5,050, $250, $50, $250, $5,500, $5,500, we go $55, $5,500, $52, $5,500, $5,500 is only money to roll back on Monday, right? We go $5,500, nobody gets $55, $5,500, the kids can pay for their own college, right? We go $5,500, the bid is at $5,250, we go $5,500. Folks, you may be getting a deal here tonight. Final call. Yes, we have $5,500. New fire right here at $5,500. Sir, what took you so long to bid? The bid is at $5,500. And now $5,750.
I'm going to throw in something. I'm going to throw in a case of Old Style. Thank you.
Yes, $5,750. Well, that worked well. Who knew it was worth another $250? We have the bid at $5,750, and now $6,000. $6,000, we go $6,000. $6,000, sir, you've run a good race, but you're currently in second place. We go $6,000. $5,750 is the bid, we go $6,000.
2 cases of Old Style.
2. Yes! $6,000. Old Style does it every time. The bid is at $6,000. Now we go $6,250. $6,250. We go $6,250. The bid is at $6,000. We go $6,250. What else are you gonna throw in, Dave? We go $6,250. Maybe some spotted cow. $6,250. Sir, we go one more time at $6,250. We've been together a long time. Don't leave me now. We go $6,250. The bid is at $6,000. We go $6,250. Folks, let's give it some encouragement. Just one more time at $6,250.
Lots of wine for the drive on the way down. Lots of wine.
Now it's getting real good. $6,250. I can tell he likes his wine already. He's swirling it right there at the table. $6,250. I've got the bid at $6,000. We go $6,250. You've got the encouragement here tonight. We go $6,250. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, I gotta go. $6,250. Final call. Asking at $6,250. And the game is yours. Congratulations at $6,000. Go Cubs go. Could I get your winning bid number, please? It is 242. That's 242. Folks, that does conclude our live auction here tonight. Let's give the entire crowd a big round of applause for their participation in the live auction. Thank you so much. And now I'll welcome Shay back to the stage. Welcome back, Shay.
Let's hear it for our great auctioneer. Thank you. Great job, Steve. Great job. That was fun. Thank you for the spirited auction. Every dollar is going to a great place. So it's my honor right now to introduce the Spirit of Notre Dame Award to tonight's honored guest. Tonight we honor Pete Newell, class of '67, with the 2022 Spirit of Notre Dame Award. This is the highest honor that we give to a Notre Dame alum each year. Pete is a member of both the Notre Dame College Prep Hall of Honor and the Wall of Fame for his outstanding contributions to Notre Dame athletics as a Don. Pete went on to play college football at the University of Michigan and later played in the NFL for the Detroit Lions. And later, he also has incredible service and support as an alumnus to Notre Dame. And that is just the tip of the iceberg as far as his devotion to Notre Dame College Prep. Pete is a heroic leader who stepped up and fought to protect and preserve Notre Dame College Prep by forging a new path forward when his leadership was necessary. In 2005, early in his retirement years, Pete joined the advisory board for Notre Dame, and the rest is history. I can confidently tell you, none of us would be in this room tonight if not for Pete and the board who stepped up when Notre Dame needed them most. So Pete, thank you very much. Driven by his love of Notre Dame and well-equipped with a savvy business sense, Pete was instrumental in implementing our school's strategic plan and served on the school's first governing board, where he held various positions, including chair of the board. His unwavering support of the school took on new meaning when Pete accepted the role of the school's interim president in 2014, thus ensuring Notre Dame would continue to thrive and move forward. We all owe Pete and others a debt of gratitude for stepping in and for stepping up for Notre Dame at a time when every single decision was crucial to our future. The success we enjoy today began in many ways with the vision and the direction of Pete Newell. Please join me in congratulating the 2022 Spirit of Notre Dame Award winner, Pete Newell. Congratulations, Pete. Come on up, Pete. Come on up. Let's give Pete the biggest ovation we've ever given at a Notre Dame Spirit Gala. Go around, Pete. Congratulations, Pete. And I believe we have a video prepared that we're going to show now.
Hi, everyone. I'm Peter Newell Jr. I'm Pete's oldest son, and I've had the blessing. Hi, everyone. I'm Peter Newell Jr. I'm Pete's oldest son, and I've had the blessing of Pete's name and example to look up to throughout my entire life.
Hi, everybody. What a wonderful night. Thank you so much for coming. We are so proud of Pete and the award and the Notre Dame College Prep family that is all here to share it.
What a great honor to be asked to speak on Pete's special night. And thanks to Notre Dame for allowing an old Loyola Academy alum in front of the camera.
I am so pleased to be able to say just a few words about my good friend, Peter Newell.
I can think of no better example of the spirit of Notre Dame than Pete Newell.
Peter was always a very formidable individual. His size and his grace made him someone who you would always look up to.
His Notre Dame experience laid the foundation for the leader in Pete.
Admiration for my father kind of did begin with Notre Dame College Prep. I grew up worshiping this offensive lineman for the great 1966 Notre Dame Dons, this big undefeated team that had all these stars anchored by this offensive lineman and defensive lineman, Pete Newell.
His legacy did begin in Niles, but it grew when Pete made the decision to play football on Saturdays in Ann Arbor.
The sport took him on with scholarship to the University of Michigan, where he was athletically and academically recognized.
As a junior at Michigan, Pete led a brilliant Wolverine defense in 1969. That defensive squad took a preseason, middle-of-the-pack team to a Big Ten co-championship with an iconic upset over the 17-point favorite Ohio State Buckeyes, and a season capped with a trip to the Rose Bowl. He was a mentor to not just the younger athletes, but he made sure that everyone who crossed his path were treated with respect and dignity they deserve. Pete's leadership on the field carried over to what he did off the field.
As I grew into my teens and my 20s, I wasn't admiring my dad for his sports career. It became respect born from watching the way he carried himself as a husband and a father.
Pete continued to lead, but now in business. He had a brilliant 32-year career at Smith Barney, in addition to serving on boards for the Chicago Bond Club, the Children's Home and Aid Society of Illinois, and the University of Michigan Club of Chicago.
But still made time to get home and be at our sports games and edit our essays and start the family dinner with a prayer every night we could. I didn't think there was anything else I could be more proud of him for with that example he gave me, Kevin, and Brian, until Notre Dame came back into his life. My dad loves a challenge, never does anything halfway, and boy did Notre Dame have some challenges and need him at that time.
As you look back at all the things that you've accomplished, I think your work here at Notre Dame is what you're going to be the most proud of.
Pete led our board through a difficult period.
The Holy Cross Brothers were moving their mission to Africa, and there was a group of people that I think were just planning on shutting the school down arbitrarily. And this collection of alumni, parents and teachers and students and neighbors and Catholics and locals said, look, that's not how this story has to end. They came together and said, look, we can turn this place around if you give us a chance.
There was no blueprints, and there was a lot of roadblocks.
And I can say very honestly, Peter was one of those who stepped up, got the job done, and was always a leader.
And that's because sometime during his high school career at Notre Dame, Pete became a Don for life.
I don't think I know the half of what my dad did up here. He was too humble to brag about the successes he made, or wasn't going to bring us into the frustrations he faced when there were challenges that they met. My dad's the type of guy that at the end of the day knows God is watching his words and actions, and that's what drives him to do the right thing.
It didn't take long to recognize the kind of person Pete is. He'd been on the board for several years as a trustee, and then as an interim president, by simply saying, I'll do it when he was asked. He didn't need to be asked twice. He saw what had to be done, and he did it, much like the way he's acted his entire life.
I saw Peter in action, and whenever there was a tough issue, he would spend the time, the energy.
Pete, you've always felt education was the key to the future and to making the world a better place. I'm not surprised you worked so tirelessly on this. It was a labor of love for all of you, and I think we all learned a lot from your example in working so hard.
Thanks to this group of people's steady leadership that my dad was proud to be a part of, I think this school's thriving like never before.
If you have any question in your mind of the importance of it, just take a look at these young men that are here tonight and hear their stories. Pete was so honored when they approached him about this award, but in his humility said, I will accept this, but only on behalf of the board that worked so tirelessly with me to help Notre Dame College Prep succeed.
You could have mailed it in once the career ended, and you found a new challenge, a new mountain to climb, and set an example for us to give back, work hard, and dedicate yourself to a great cause.
You can see that in Pete, as a husband, as a father, as a grandfather, and even as a board member. I continue to see it as a friend.
Pete, you have always spent your life trying to make a difference, and you will never know how many lives you touched by what you did here.
But I think that's why tonight is so special. Sometimes a little bit of recognition and applause is okay. And I know he's going to share in the credit, and he should. He didn't do this alone. This Spirit of Notre Dame award says to my dad, look, we saw you too. We appreciate you. And I think you should be proud of yourself tonight. And thank you on behalf of our family to the school and all the people that worked with him for propping my dad up and helping him along the way. And Dad, thank you for setting an example to your kids and to your family. We're proud of the mission you took on and the way you carried yourself, the way you always carry yourself. And we love you, we're grateful for you, and congrats on tonight's award.
His unwavering confidence and support was an inspiration to the board and helped ensure a steady course through his tenure.
And I want to thank Peter from the bottom of my heart for his efforts, whatever it took to get the job done. And here we are today, many years later, a thriving school, and my thanks to Mr. Newell.
Bottom line, the leadership skills that Notre Dame Prep formed in Pete in the mid-60s continued to grow throughout his exemplary life. Pete Newell is a true leader of men. Congratulations, big guy.
Every time I see Pete in the Michigan sweatshirt, I like to think there's a Notre Dame t-shirt underneath.
You have been a fantastic friend, a wonderful father, and a great husband. And you've raised 3 wonderful boys, Peter, Kevin, and Brian, who are here tonight with their wives. And your ethics and your integrity and the example you've shown in whatever you've done, whether it's your business career, football, coaching, all the things that you've touched, you have been a wonderful example for them to follow. So kudos to all of you, and especially to you, Pete, tonight. It's a tribute to you that so many family and friends came from far and near to honor you. And I am so happy for you that you are recognized for all your work. Notre Dame College Prep was very lucky to have you, and so, my dear, am I, and boy, do I know it. So go Dons, go out and change the world and make a difference.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You know, earlier when I was watching Stacy and Dave, I was thinking, I got to get some of that caffeine. I mean, it's just exciting to see the enthusiasm, the energy, the life in this room. I know it's been a couple years since we've been together. There's probably a lot of built-up energy that we all want to release for a great cause. But I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for this honor. And I don't know what to go on with because my speech was just given by those 5 people. I mean, I'm up here because I was in the right place at the right time. I'm not even going to give this speech. And I was part of a group that was developing a strategic plan. We were going to do an ask of the Holy Cross priests. We did the ask of the Holy Cross priests. And on that July morning in 2006, one of their senior people came and met with us and said, we're not going to help you with your strategic plan request. We are going to end our sponsorship and we're going to close the school. And the 11 of us sitting around that desk were floored. We didn't expect it. We didn't know how to respond, but we did know the school was worth saving. And if it was going to happen, it was up to us. We spoke to the Archdiocese, and they encouraged us to continue to try to keep the school open, but they said, we can't help you. We can't give you financial help. We can't give you personnel help. You'll have to do it on your own. We kind of dug in our heels, committed ourselves to keeping the school open and operating better than ever. We looked at alternatives to keep the school viable. One of them was going co-ed. And we dismissed that in about 30 seconds. We just decided if we're going to do this, we're going to play to our strength. And that was one of our identities. And the other one was the close affiliation with the Holy Cross. We were disappointed that they decided to leave and end their sponsorship, but we committed to their charism of education, and we were going to make it stronger than ever. And that, in fact, is what happened. Thanks to one of our leaders on the board, Paula Waters, she said, before we do anything else, this hasn't been settled yet, we've got to control the messaging. The priests had already put out a memo that, a press release that they were ending their sponsorship, and the rumor got started that the school's going to close. We only had 6 weeks to go before the start of the school year, and we had a lot of work to do. We met with parents, current, former, alums, stakeholders. They were angry, they were upset, and they were confused. Some of those meetings got pretty testy. But at the end of it, we realized that we were going to be able to buy some time, get to work, and prove that we could manage the school. In November, the Cardinal gave us an edict that you will be the sponsors of the school. You will be an all-lay board running the school. So we went from an advisory position to a governing position, and we were responsible for the school. We got to work right away. We modified the mission statement. We recruited Father John Smith as our president, and we decided that we had to make a splash on things that hadn't been taken care of and opportunities for the future. We built a grotto on the front lawn of the school, and that was to have two messages. One was the devotion to our patron, the Blessed Virgin. It was not a solemn thing, but it was a dignified thing. The other one was pure marketing. We wanted the people passing by in Dempster to see that grotto and say, this school's not going anywhere. It's here to stay. It worked. But we followed that with strong leadership on our board. We immediately decided that the stands in the stadium are a liability. We replaced them. We built a new turf field in the athletic field. We built a new track. Continuing to spend money that we didn't have. We decided to make other improvements in the school, and we spent way too much time, personally, on figuring out how we're going to do a capital campaign. Way too many meetings, but we got that launched and it worked. And one of the things I think we'd probably be most proud of, at the end of that year, we began discussions on a new concept. And that was to start a program that eventually became the successful Burke Scholars. And for those of you, For those of you that don't know, the Burke Scholars is a program to educate young men with mild to moderate cognitive learning disabilities. When we started it, it was the only school in the Midwest of its kind, the only Catholic school of its in the Midwest of its kind. And it just demonstrated the Notre Dame difference. We were going to address future opportunities, but we were going to take care of every person that came on our radar screen. That's not the elegant way to say it, but it's what it amounted to. We're very happy that it has been so successful. So the school, is in great shape. As you heard earlier, it's the largest male school in the state of Illinois. And for being on the verge of closing 16 years ago, we've come a long way. The 8th graders who tested this year was the largest group of 8th grade testers we've had in 25 years. The school reaffiliated with the Holy Cross with a sponsorship by the Brothers of Holy Cross. They wanted us as much as we wanted them, and we were very happy about that. So my speech was given by other people, and that's great. They had more energy and organization. But there are two other things that I wanted to chip in with before I ended. When I stepped in as interim president of the school, I had one goal in mind. It was pretty simple. Don't screw this up. I, as a caretaker, did not want to make any policies or decisions that would strap the school in the future with anything that wasn't in its best interest. And so far, I don't think there's anything to apologize from that point in time. But on the other hand, there's something I'm very proud of. And that's that I have the ability, I'll get emotional here, to be the head of the search committee for Ralph Elwood. Ralph was the president who brought professionalism to the school when it was badly needed. Whether it was governance, community relations, branding, finances, We had more discipline and control because of Ralph than we had known in the history of the school, in my opinion. Ralph, you're the perfect president at the perfect time. Thank you. And the final thing I wanted to mention is just a little bit of something that I ran across in my life. And I was at a retirement party one time for a very successful, accomplished businessman. It was a lighthearted affair. And when one of his friends got up, he said, you know, behind every successful man is a woman who makes it necessary. And we all kind of chuckled about it. It's a funny thing. And I think we were all wondering, geez, I hope he's talking about his wife. You weren't sure. Turns out he was, and it was all good. And the reason I mention that is that, in my case, I don't have a wife that made it necessary. But she made it possible. From the day I got involved, Nancy has been supportive, understanding, and patient. And I couldn't have done it if it had been any other way. This award is for both of us, Nancy. I'm done. Go down. Let's have a great night. I love you. I appreciate the support.
Thank you so much to Pete for the wonderful reminder of why we are all here tonight. Folks, let's put our hands together one more time for Pete. We're so grateful for your continued dedication to Notre Dame, Pete. You are a true inspiration to us all. Folks, the next few minutes is where we can make the greatest impact of the night. "46% of our students rely on need-based scholarships, and they would not be able to do so without your support and pool of resources. And this is why we are gathered here tonight, and why Pete has led by example, to provide that opportunity to many other men, like the one standing behind me now. We can truly make a difference in their lives. And so this evening, it is our goal to raise as much as we possibly can to support scholarships, to help future Dons reach their full life potential. And tonight, I also have a personal goal, and that is the goal of participation. We'd love to see 100% participation here tonight as you consider giving at a level that is meaningful to you. And if you're here with us tonight at Chateau Ritz, we ask that you please raise your bid number to contribute when you feel inspired to give at a certain giving level. And if you're watching online, we'd love for you to participate too. So for our guests watching from home, to contribute, you can select one of the preset giving amounts on your online bidding page under items to provide a donation of your choosing. Now, if you're here in the room, you still have a job to do, even if you aren't raising your number, and that is to applaud and encourage all those who are giving in the moment. And you guys are ready for that too, right? Yes. Very good. All right, well, let's get started, folks. We'll soon be starting off here at our first giving level, which is going to be $25,000. So I ask if there's anyone in here in the room tonight who feels so inspired to provide a starting gift of $25,000. $25,000. Do I have $25,000? We give $25,000 right here. Number 252 at $25,000. Thank you so much for our starting gift of $25,000. We are so grateful for that. Thank you so much. That's $25,000. Is there anyone else here tonight who would also like to contribute $25,000? $25,000. $25,000. Feel free to blink if you'd like to give it this level. $25,000. Very good. Well, let's give another round of applause for starting us out here tonight. Okay, folks, we are starting off strong. Let's keep up the good work. Our next giving level is going to be $10,000. So raise those numbers high up for a gift of $10,000. Thank you so much. Can I get your number again, please? It is 210. Thank you so much for your continued support of Notre Dame College Prep. Again, that was 210, $10,000. Thank you again. At $10,000, 10,000 folks. Is there anyone else in the room who'd like to contribute $10,000? 10,000, 10,000. Let's give them another big round of applause. Thank you. When it gets good, here we go. All right, who is next? Grab those numbers now to contribute a gift of $5,000. 5,000. Who's ready to start me off? Right here. Thank you, number 104. Thank you so much for $5,000. We've got another number 264. Also at $5,000. Thank you so very much. And here in the front of the room, thank you, number 280 at $5,000. And 116. Also at $5,000. And 118. Thank you so much. At $5,000. $5,000. Goodness, anybody at $5,000? Very good, folks. Let's put a thunderous round of applause to everyone who has contributed so far. We are making a difference here tonight with each and every gift, so let's keep working together. Here we go. Please join me now at the $2,500 giving level. $2,500 here. Thank you, number 184 at $2,500. Thank you, number 297. Thank you at $2,500. Number 242 at $2,500. Thank you, number 271. Also for $2,500. Thank you, number 168. Thank you so very much for your gift of $2,500. Right here, number. Thank you, number 245 at $2,500. $2,500. Well done. All right, folks, moving on to our next giving level. Again, we're making great things happen here tonight. So let's raise those bid numbers now to contribute either online or here in the room at $1,000. 1,000 where? Who's ready to start me right here in the front? Thank you, number 285 at $1,000. Thank you, number 208. Thank you, number 149. Thank you, at $1,000. Number 169. Thank you, and 226. Thank you, 190. Thank you, 111. Thank you, and 202. Thank you, 178. Thank you, and 182. Thank you, 249 and 229. Thank you, 179 and 129. Thank you, 183. Thank you, and 135. Thank you so much. On this side of the room, we have number 221 for $1,000. Thank you, number 132. Also at $1,000. Strong giving at the $1,000 giving level. Well done to you all. Let's keep applauding. We're doing great things here tonight. All right, great work. Let's keep this going. Who's ready to give me a start at the $500 giving level? 500 where? 500 number 301. Thank you. 288. Thank you. 106. Thank you. 185. Thank you. 260 and 299. Thank you. 294 and 400. Thank you. 266 and 141. Thank you. 213 and 259. Thank you. 151 and 205. Thank you. 157 and 203. Thank you. 165 and 152. Thank you. 173 and 254. Thank you. 281 and 1221 and 204 for $500. Well done. Well done. Are your hands burning yet? They're getting there. I'm going to go in a cadence. If you guys can clap to the rhythm, that'd be awesome. All right, folks. Each and every gift here tonight is so significant. And next, please join me for a pledge of $250. 250 where? 250 right here is 103. Thank you. 209 and 138. Thank you. 298 and 221 and 133. Thank you. 117 and 246 and 107. Thank you. 236 and 110. Thank you. 187 and 261 and 125. Thank you. 247 and 195. Thank you. 189 and 160. Thank you. 192 and 113. Thank you. 155 and 171. Thank you. 180 or $250. Well done. You are all a group of overachievers here tonight, just like the Dons behind me. So folks, our next giving level is going to be $100. And before I ask at this giving level, I'd like you to consider this. We have about 320 people in the room here tonight. And if every single person in this room gave a gift of $100, we could raise $32,000 in the matter of a couple minutes. And just think of the impact that could have. Now I know many of you have given already, and we are so grateful for that. But if you feel so inspired to give again at the $100 giving level, we would appreciate nothing more. So let's finish strong. Here we go. Start me at $100 right here. Thank you. Number 300. Thank you. 291 and 296. Thank you. 178 and 248 and 156. Thank you. 199 and 280 and 279 and 271. We might have to go a little slower, guys. We have people recording this, so we want to make sure they can keep up with us, okay? All right, here we go. We're going to start it over again. Number 289. Thank you. 299 and 166. Thank you. 231 and 256. Thank you. 108 and 137. Thank you. 134 and 124 and 172. Thank you. 216 and 186. Thank you. 109 and 198. Thank you. 250 and 161. Thank you. 240 and 307. Thank you. 123 and 188. Thank you. 197 and 184. Thank you. 104 and 103. Thank you. 274 and 221. Thank you. 277 and 144. Thank you. And 126 and 226. Thank you. 245 for $100. And 225 for Dave. Thank you so much, Dave, for your support. Well done, everyone. Let's give the entire crowd a huge round of applause for this wonderful giving moment. And please know that if I did not reach a level you would be willing to contribute, or if you choose to give anonymously here tonight, you can still do so by selecting item number 110 on your mobile bidding page. And know that every gift, regardless of size, does make a difference and have a huge impact on our young men. So thank you again for your incredible generosity here tonight. And thank you as well to those who are participating from home, watching the live stream, and donating online too. And now I'd like to welcome to the stage Mr. Patrick McCaskey, Patrick McCaskey, class of 67, Secretary and Board Member of Notre Dame College Prep and Vice President of the Chicago Bears. Patrick would like to share a few words with us about our honoree, Peter Newell. So welcome, Patrick.
matriculated at St. Paul de Cross and Notre Dame High School. And whereas Pete Newell played on the 1966 Notre Dame High School varsity football team that was 9-0 and outscored opponents 341-80. And whereas Pete Newell had a 38-yard interception return for a touchdown versus St. Francis in the homecoming game on Friday, October 14, 1966. They were the only opponents he ever scored, and he ran through the entire end zone to make sure they would be counted. And whereas Pete Newell played defensive tackle for the University of Michigan and was a member of the 1970 Rose Bowl team, and whereas Pete Newell retired from a career in the investment industry, he coached football at Fenwick High School, and whereas Pete Newell served with distinction on the first Notre Dame College Prep Governance Board, and whereas Pete Newell was not allowed to talk in the huddle, but he made up for it in serving as chair of the board, now therefore be it resolved that Sports Faith International adopts this resolution to honor and hold in high esteem Pete Newell, adopted the 19th day of March, 2022.
Thank you, Patrick, and thank you again, Pete, for your continued contribution to Notre Dame College Prep. Folks, let's give a big round of applause to all of our current dons here on the stage. Thank you so much to all for joining us tonight. Well, good news, this might be the best news of the night. The bar is now back open. Okay, so don't forget to purchase your last raffle tickets, as all raffles will be closing soon. So go to the back of the room at the table and grab your raffle tickets. So winners will be announced soon here in person, and they'll also be listed on the GiftSmart site. So again, thank you to each and every one of you. And now I introduce to you our fantastic DJ, TNR Productions. So take it away.